Let's get started with CS212. This tutorial will introduce the tools and activities that you will need to engage in throughout this semester. What will we be doing and why? We will be doing C programming as a way to understand the Linux operating system. Why Linux? Because the present and future of computing is mobile computing and the internet, and the Linux Unix family provides the core of the operating systems that reliably run almost all mobile devices, Linux for Android phones, a Unix kernel for iPhones, and around 90% of all internet servers. Even if you don't know it, you use a Linux or Unix device all the time. Also, Macs and Chromebooks are such devices. Here's what we have and what we will do. Vera Virtual has the operating system we will study. It's a customized version of Linux Mint 19.3. It also has all the tools and applications we need. We will be creating C source code files with text editors. Text editors are what you type is all you get editors. It doesn't put any extra formatting in because the audience for the code for what you type is a program. It doesn't care what the code looks like. Vera Virtual has the text editors Nano and Xed. You'll be editing these files in a local Git repository. These will be synced with an online Git repository at GitHub. Here's the same activity more concretely. You will compile and run C programs from a terminal. A terminal provides a command line interface to a shell. A shell can start the executables or binary images of programs. It can set them running. The GNU compiler GCC is one of those programs. A compiler creates a binary image of your source code. The shell, in turn, can start your executable, your binary image running. Vera Virtual also has a C interpreter, PicoC. This is useful for learning basic C syntax. Okay, what kinds of C programs will we write? The shell can run many command line utilities. These single-purpose utilities work together powerfully. Most of these utilities are C programs. We will learn what many of these utilities do, and we will write our own versions of some of them. So this is the structure of the course, a series of write your own utility version projects. This will take us from file copying tools all the way to web servers. We will use additional tools to analyze our programs along the way. One is strace. It lists the system calls that a program makes. System calls are requests for system resources. Another is valgrind. It analyzes memory usages and finds memory leaks. That's resources that the program doesn't release, and if it's long running, it can begin to sort of use up more and more system resources, which can slow down your computer. Unfortunately, I left valgrind off of Vera Virtual, but you can install it right now with the following command on a terminal prompt. Type sudo apt-get install valgrind. A third program is ghex. This is a hexadecimal editor. It opens any file, a binary file, an executable file, and presents it as just a series of hexadecimal numerals so that you can look at it and understand what the actual numbers are that are in the binary image. A fourth is time. It analyzes the time used by a program in running. Okay? Now we'll have to also deal with PDF documents, and Vera Virtual provides a couple of PDF document viewers and a PDF annotator, Xournal++, in which you can open a PDF for annotation, draw on it, enter information, and then save it. It also includes, well, it will include, once you execute the following commands, a PDF splitter called PDF Arranger. What PDF Arranger does is allow you to open, say, a larger PDF, extract one page or a few pages that you might have to turn in after you've filled out the blanks or drawn a diagram on that page, and produce a smaller single-page PDF. So here's 3 commands that you can install PDF Arranger with on Vera Virtual right now. Using these tools, you can fill in blanks and draw in PDF documents and split off one or a few pages of work to submit for evaluation. Now, there's some configuration that's necessary to perform at the beginning of the course. you have to get, if you don't have a GitHub account, it's free. You go to github.com to get it, and you must send me your username via a work of via a response to a work of FL post on Piazza. What this means is on Piazza, on your account, I have entered a post entitled work of and your initials. FL is just a placeholder for whatever your initials are. In reply to that post, send me your GitHub username. Then you follow the directions. Once this has been done and I've set up your repository in Get Going Fall 2020 in this PDF. And this is what we'll do on the first day, or we'll start to do. You complete the first learning activity with 1970s v.pdf. This will make the following task easier. The following will make the second task easier. Configure your compile tools with compile config.pdf. This doesn't need to be done on the first day of class. Now you're ready to start learning C with the first two sections of the C primer, and also start Project Zero, although those first two sections won't be due until Friday evening, and Project Zero won't be due until the second week of class. Well, once you've gotten through this, you're halfway through the first day of class.